Blog Talk Radio.
Hello, I love you guys. It's so good to be here with you all and with the listeners out there. It is wonderful to be here. I am going to give out a call-in number the next time that we all meet, because you guys out there that are listening can actually call in and you can ask questions if you'd like. I'm going to be putting that number out on the site, and you guys can call in anytime that you know that the broadcast is going on live, and it's going to be great. So today we are not going to talk about motivation. We've been talking about motivation for the last 3 or 4 times that we've been on, and we're going to change the channel here a little bit today, and we're going to talk about renewing our minds, mind renovation. We're going to talk about bringing those negative thoughts, getting rid of them and bringing in positive thoughts, because our mindset will cause us to either have a good life or a bad life. Just going to say it like that, a good life or a bad life. Whether we think we can or whether we think we can't, we're right. I think that was Henry Ford that said that. So I love that. I love that quote. And there's so many other quotes out there that so many authors have said that are so true. And another one that I really like this quote. I'm going to get it right. Believe you can, and you're halfway there. I like that was Teddy Roosevelt. And there's so many others. I could talk about so many others, but we don't have time to do that, because I want to get straight into what we're going to talk about today. I hope that you guys have found that comfortable position, as I always tell you, because there's always a little practice afterwards on the broadcast most of the time. So I want you guys to be encouraged today. I really do. I really have been encouraged to share with you guys about renewing, renovating your mind. I want to encourage you to just sit there for a moment. And I want you to think on one negative thought that you have had today about yourself. One negative thought. I'm sure you can think of one. We all can. Whether it's, I can't achieve all the stuff that I got to do today, there's just no way I can't. Or they're not going to pick me, I'm just not enough. I want you to take those thoughts that you have had, and I want you to literally let that thought just roll right out of your mind right now. Take a deep breath and literally just breathe out that negative thought. Breathe it out and take a deep breath in again and breathe in a positive thought that will replace it. If that thought was I can't, I want you to breathe in I can. If that thought was I'm not enough, I want you to breathe in I am enough. And when you exhale, I want you to exhale those negative thoughts all the way out, never to receive. Let them go. Let them go. Let those thoughts go. And you know, when, when the renovation of your mind takes place, when you're renewing that mind, change appears. You begin to feel differently about yourself. So you took those deep breaths just now, and you released those negative thoughts that you had today. That's wonderful. And you probably felt that shift in your life because you made a decision to release that. And I don't want you to take it back. You let it go. Don't invite it back in. Okay. So maybe we need to focus on what needs to be renewed in your mind. What thoughts need to be renewed in your mind? Maybe you still focus on some broken things in your life, whatever they may be. You know what they are in your life. I know what they are in my life. Everyone knows what's going on in their life, but whatever it is, we need to learn how to get those things out of our heads and replace them with those things that's going to keep us on positive. Because negative thoughts in your mind can basically cripple you and stop you from achieving what you want to achieve in life or get where you need to get to or trying to get to in life. And a lot of times those negative thoughts are actually those brick walls that are there. And we need to begin to understand something. What you're thinking is probably what's not real. It's not what's really real. Most of the time when you have a thought, a negative thought, it's not what's real, it's not what's going to happen. We just have to learn how to push those thoughts away. We need to learn how to take those toxic thoughts and get rid of them and replace them with what we really need to be thinking, what's really real in our lives. Okay, once again, I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to think of any other thought that hinders you. Think about how they actually make you feel. And as you're thinking on this thing, know that that is an area in your thought life that needs to be renewed or that needs renovation. And in these moments that you're thinking on them, I want you to make a quality decision that I'm going to get rid of this negative thought and I'm going to replace it right now with a positive affirmation. If it's, I can't, replace it with an I can. If it's the I'm not enough, replace it with I am enough. Wonderful. Just take a deep breath and accept it. Accept that positive affirmation that you spoke in your life. Take yourself. There's another quote that someone else said that I heard just the other day. The thoughts you keep in a loop determines the direction of your life. There again, your mindset will determine the direction of your life. And we have so many thoughts in our mind. We have so many thoughts. Researchers say that we think we have about 60,000 or more thoughts per day. That's a lot of thoughts. And unfortunately, they're not all good thoughts. A lot of them are negative and toxic thoughts because we have so many things going on in our day-to-day that affect the way we think. But the good news is that we can control those thoughts. Just as it's like I always talk about, we can control the stresses in our lives. We can control the thoughts, our thoughts. You know, if we think on those things, even the scriptures tell us to think on those things that are true and noble and right, that are pure and lovely, admirable, excellent, and worthy of praise. We need to consider those things. And let's talk about those things. And I'm just going to go through them real quick. I'm just going to say a few things about thinking on things that are true. And that's one of the most important things in our thought life. Is what I'm thinking true? Are my thoughts true? But too often our thoughts are just not true. As I said earlier, what we think most of the time is not what's really real. And what we're afraid of is not what's really real. We need to focus on those things that are real, those things that are authentic, and that lines up with what we just said, those things that are true and noble and that are right, that are pure and lovely, admirable, excellent, and worthy of praise. I love that. Noble, those things that are noble, we need to think on those things that are high ranked, those things that are that are true, that are things that are, let's see, how can I say this? Not being arrogant, but thinking of those things that are royal, those things are beautiful, that are excellent towards you, those things that are right, Sometimes we look on things that are not true, but we say they are true and we believe them because some certain person said them, or somebody we looked up to said them, or they have been said to us. And they're not right all the time. Things that are said to you, things that you're called or have been called are not always right. Things that are pure, that are good, that are excellent, that are honest. Those things. Compare your thoughts to these words. Are you thinking on these lines about yourself, about your situation, your life? Things that are lovely. I like to think on things that are beautiful. I love beautiful things and admirable. These things will keep you on the positive and will keep you freely to say and confess and to say those positive affirmations that will keep you encouraged and uplifted. Those things that are admirable. You have someone that may be they're doing what you desire to do in life. Maybe you need to study that person, see what they did to do to get to where they are in life, and keep up with them because it'll keep you encouraged. Think of those things that are exceptional and fabulous. I like that word, fabulous. Think on fabulous things that are excellent thoughts that lead us, that will lead you to a life of excellence. Think on those things that are worthy of your praise. Even thoughts about God. He's worthy of praise. He has your best interest at heart. He will help you. That's what scriptures say. He will help you. Put that in there. It's a safe place, to be in His presence. Even when you meditate, you can sense His presence around you. Meditate. I love to meditate. Become a meditator and begin to meditate and think on those positive things, those positive, encouraging things, those things that are lovely, excellent, those things that are admirable, pure and right, and those things that are noble and true. Those are the things you want to think on. Think on those things. So I want you to do something. I want you to write those words down, and then I want you to begin to write things underneath those words that fit your life, that are positive, and meditate on those things that are true in your life, those things that are noble to you, those things that are right to you, those things that are pure to you, lovely, admirable to you. What is worthy of praise in your life? Write those words down. Write things under them and begin to think on those things and meditate on them. We can test our thoughts every day. And as we do that, eventually we won't have to do that so much. It just happens. We begin to think positively. We begin to move forward in our lives where we want to move, the way we want to and how we want to, striving to be where we want to be more comfortably and not feeling hindered. We'll never be able to, adjust all of our thoughts and not ever have, a negative thought, but we will be in control of it. And when those negative thoughts try and come to us, come to our awareness, we will be able to control it. We can be free of that quicker. One thought at a time, we can deal with those thoughts. Guys, it's been wonderful to spend time with you as always. And I want you to just continue to think on those things that are wonderful. So go ahead right now and close your eyes for me. Take a deep breath in and hold that deep breath for 5 seconds. Breathing in all the positivity and breathing in all the good thoughts. Now exhale all the negative thoughts. Exhaling everything that does not serve you all the way out. Take another deep breath in. Hold that breath and exhale. One more deep breath in and exhale. Allow your breath to come back slowly to its normal and open your eyes. Be renewed in your mind. Until next time, see you in session 2 of Renewing Your Mind. Have a wonderful day. You guys are awesome. Shalom.